This training recording shows member library staff and patrons how to use Enterprise, the system's new catalog. This is part 2, where we will cover My List. When you find items in searching that you want to keep and organize, you can save them in your My List. You can create and customize your list, and you can print or email your list. From My List, you can also place holds on items. Let's go ahead and place our first item on hold. For example, if this is a book that you would like to put in a wish list, you could pull up the detailed display. From here, click on Select an Action and click on Add to My List. This was put in our temporary list. Now, if I go on top to the navigation toolbar and click on My List, I will see the book here in the temporary list. Now, this will expire as soon as I close out of the browser, or if I have 10 minutes of no activity. So in order to save your temporary list, you have to log in. Let's go ahead and do that. You will need your library card and PIN number. If you do not know your PIN, then please contact your local public library. And that sometimes does happen. A long number. It's actually 13 digits here. Okay. So now we will have the option to save our temporary list. So you just click on Select an Action, click Save Temporary List, give this a name, and I will say Wish List, and click Save. So here we have our title, or if I click on Wish List, you will see our title over here in the middle of our screen. So now temporary list is 0. If we would like to add another title, we could select another title. And we'll go back to our John Grisham search. And this time, let's go back to that date descending so we can quickly see his latest copy that no one can place on hold right now, Gray Mountain. So from here, we can check it off, slide right on, move up your screen, click on Select an Action, click on Add to My List. Here's our temporary list, which is the default. But I can say Wish List, and then I can click here, check this off, make this your default list, add. Okay, that was successfully added. So now if I go back to my list, I'll click on Wish List, and I'll see the 2 titles. What's nice about this program, compared to our old catalog or the classic catalog, we didn't have this feature where you could create a lot of lists and really add to them, delete from them, print them, text message them, etc. Here, what you can do is you can change the order. Maybe I would like to read this book first, so I can click on this little arrow becomes a little hand, and so I can move that. So the order changes. Because if I, so that you can arrange them here. They have name, ascending, descending, date added, descending. But what if you have a list of series? They're not always alphabetical. So you have to arrange them in the series order. So this is really good for that. Okay. Now, if you want to create another list, I could click on the plus sign, and I could say Grisham, and then create. Now, if I would like to either move or copy, that I can do. I can check it off. I can go to let me highlight. Okay, actually, I take that back. When I click on Wish List, that pulls up here. It populates in the middle of the screen the titles in that wish list. Now, I can check it off. I can select an action, and I can either say move, and that will move it over. And now we can see that Grisham is over here. Okay. I could, whoops, sorry. What else I could do is actually, besides checking it off and clicking on move, I could copy it. So I could copy it to Grisham. And that way the title is in Grisham and it's in the wish list. But we know that this particular book is not a Grisham title. I can check it off, select an action, and I can delete it, okay, from this wish list. Now, another thing you can do is actually, this is in the wish list here, you could move it by just dragging it over. And then it goes in here. But it actually moved it and it didn't copy it. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and move it back to wish list. Okay. So again, to create a list, click on that little plus sign and September books to read. Okay, create your own name for your list. There it is. If I would like to delete it, I can check it off and then click on the minus and then delete it. We can arrange the list by date ascending, name ascending, descending, date ascending, date descending. Okay, so that's how my lists work. So this is a great tool to use if you would like to create wish lists, keep track of a series, okay, favorite authors, etc. So if you have any further questions, you can always go to the little help icon on the upper right of your screen, or click back on home and click on the printer-friendly version here, and click on, actually using my list, it's on page 14. So you could print this out, go to page 14, and have further help on my list. Also, you can always contact your local public library. Thank you for listening.